Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me to introduce myself. My name is Syafirah Molina. NPM 2018 01 5052. Today I want to make a presentation about post-traumatic stress disorder. Did you know what post-traumatic stress disorder is before? Post-traumatic stress disorder, aka PTSD, is an anxiety that can occur after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. A traumatic event is a life-threatening event such as a military battle, natural disaster, terrorist incident, serious accident, or physical or sexual assault on adult or children. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a psychological disorder that occurs in people who have experienced a tragic or extraordinary event. The traumatic event that triggers PTSD is different from the usual triggers for stress disorder. Rothbaum states that not always the traumatic experiencing continues in the form of PTSD. According to him, for some people, trauma will be overcome with the passage of time, but for others, it will not. In other words, the PTSD triggering event is usually overwhelming, sudden, and very stressful. According to Ciraldi, years 2000, PTSD triggering event are categorized as traumatic stressor, while stressor or anxiety triggers are commonly referred to as ordinary stressor or adjustment stressors. In individuals who experience ordinary stressor, most are able to overcome them. On the contrary, for traumatic stressor event, not all individuals are able to overcome them because of difference in capacity to deal with catastrophic stress. The state of trauma in the long term is an accumulation of bad event or experience. Traumatic condition will become a psychological burden on the victim so that it complicates the adjustment process, hinders emotional and social development, even at the level of mental disorder. That is, the stress disorder or excessive pressure felt by the sufferer is actually the result of a traumatic event that has been experienced before. The term traumatic here can refer to a very scary and terrible event or something that is very painful, both emotionally and physically. The impact of a prolonged traumatic event includes physical, social, and psychological impact. The physical impact experienced by the victim include extreme physical exhaustion, difficulty sleeping and sleep disturbance, disturbed appetite, very easy to touch memories and feelings, the emergence of complaints related to nervous disorders and headache, reaction that describe a failure in the immune system, frequent urination, and decreased or increased libido drastically. The social impact experienced by victim include limiting and withdrawing from relationship, avoiding exiting social relationship, increasing conflict in dealing with other people, decreasing involvement and achievement at work or at school. The last impact is the psychological impact, which can be divided into two. Namely the emotional impact and the cognitive impact. The emotional impact that are often felt by victims include mixed feelings such as anger, shame, sadness, shock, and guilt, feeling haunted and helpless, having deep sorrow, being too sensitive, or on the contrary, being stupid and numb in activities. Daily life as well as dissociation, namely the repetition of truth on disaster event or fixation on disaster. While the cognitive impact experience are difficulty in concentrating and memory problems, confusion, difficulty trusting information, inability to make decision, decreased judgment of one's circumstance and abilities, easily distract or divided attention, worry or anxiety, self-blame, and feeling of irritability, disturbed by true and memories of the catastrophic event. PTSD symptoms. There are three groups of symptoms needed to diagnose PTSD, namely 1. Symptoms of re-experience such as memory of problems, flashback that are usually caused by things that remind you can traumatic event, nightmares, and often occurs about trauma or trauma-related event. 2. Avoidance symptom, namely avoiding place, people, and experience that remind the sufferer of the trauma, losing interest in favorite activities, having problems remembering dangerous events. 3. Hyperarousal symptoms, including sleep problems, problems in concentration, irritability, anger, difficulty remembering things, increased tendencies, reaction to wakefulness, and hypervigilance to threats. Based on DSM-4 exposure, a person is said to have PTSD if the following criteria are met. 1. Exposure to traumatic event. A person experience a traumatic event, suffer from serious injury or death, treat and experience intense negative emotion. 2. The feelings of re-experiencing the traumatic event. Feeling of re-experience can manifest in the form of flashback, nightmares, and negative emotion about the traumatic event. 3. The desire to avoid stimuli that remind of the traumatic event and feelings of numbness. A person will avoid everything related to the traumatic event, be it individual, behavior, atmosphere, and place. In addition, the subject could not feel any feelings after the traumatic event took place. 4. Increased excessive vigilance. A person will increase his vigilance or alertness to things that are actually not harmful to him. For example, easily startled if there is error. 5. There is a decrease in psychological function. The decline in psychological function here is not only an individual function personally but also in social life. A person tends to withdraw from the people around him and experience a decline in carrying out daily activities. 6. Symptoms last for a month or more. The various criteria for the symptom above are experienced by a person for one month or more after the traumatic event. Therefore, Chandra stated that there are two kinds of treatment therapy that can be done for PTSD sufferer, namely using pharmacotherapy and psychotherapy. Pharmacotherapy treatment is treatment by giving medical drug therapy to patients suffering from PTSD. The drugs commonly used are benzodiazepine and beta-blocking agents such as propranolol, clonidine, and carbamazepine. However, therapy using this drug is still considered controversial because it has a dependency effect on the sufferer. While in psychotherapy treatment, experts believe that there are 3 types of psychotherapy that can be used and are effective to treat PTSD, namely anxiety management, cognitive therapy, and exposure therapy. In anxiety management, the therapist will teach several skills to help a better cope with PTSD symptoms, such as through relaxation training, which is learning to systematically control fear and anxiety, and relax major muscle group, reading training, namely learning to breathe with the stomach slowly relaxed and avoiding breathing in a hurry that cause feeling of discomfort and even physical reaction that are not good, such as heart palpitation and headache. Positive thinking and self-talk, namely learning to get rid of negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts when facing stressful things. Assertiveness training, namely learning how to express hopes, opinion, and emotion without blaming or hurting others. And stopping, which is learning how to divert your mind when you're thinking about that make you stress. In cognitive therapy, the therapist helps to change irrational belief that interfere with emotional and interfere with the activities of PTSD sufferers. For example, a victim of a crime may blame himself for not being careful. The goal of cognitive therapy is to identify irrational truth, gather evidence that these truths are irrational to fight those truths, and adopt more realistic truths to help achieve more balanced emotional. Meanwhile, in exposure therapy, the therapist help deal with special situation, other people, object, memories, or emotional that remind the trauma and cause unrealistic fear in their life. Therapy can be run by exposure in the imagination, which is asking the patient to repeat the story in detail until he does not experience obstacle to telling. Repetition of the situation, awareness will help to realize the scary past situation is not longer dangerous and can be overcome. Meanwhile, for healing in children with PTSD, play therapy can be used. I think that my presentation on post-traumatic stress disorder is enough. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry sir if my grammar and pronunciation is really bad. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.